Welcome to the Impactful Engineer Project. I'm Steve Maxey, and with my co-host and brother Jake, we are here to bring you guidance, fresh ideas, and the tools to help you become an impactful engineer.
No, I very much enjoy that conversation. So even if nothing good comes out of this,
Okay.
we're just going to talk about it because it's fun. This is our show. We do whatever we want.
Yeah, we don't have advertisers. We don't take money.
Right. That's right. And when we don't do anything other than just put episodes online.
I know. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. So our intro is we are the Impactful Engineer. You should listen to us because we have a lot of experience doing the shit that we know. And so you can take it for a grain of salt or listen and find out what happens when you do what we say. The end.
Yeah, and if it works for you.
Yeah, and if it works for you, great.
We actually really don't care what you do.
Yeah.
we have a desire to help other people win.
Yeah, and
because like I'm on this path and it's just so much better than, for me objectively, than the path I was on for a long time.
Yeah, and
I've had a great life. It's just,
and
now it's just,
yeah, and not only that, but it's like we've seen the results that we've gotten ourselves. We've seen the results that we've noticed in other people who've won in the field of engineering, and so we want to share those experiences so people can take that and make decisions as they go through their careers and hopefully win as well.
Yeah, and we would have to be crazy to think that there's not more people out there that have close to the same desires that we have, and that we can't share some stuff.
Exactly. And
yeah, it'd be insane.
Yeah, and we're essentially just helping our former selves speed up the process a little bit
and help us remember too.
Yeah,
like this is a good conversation. This, like, talking about, what did you say? You said,
yeah. I'll just say it real quick. So
yeah,
I was looking on LinkedIn, saw Hermosi post as usual, and I just really like the statement that he says, "You're not where you want to be because you don't have the skills to get there yet," and it's completely objective. And removes all emotion. And it's just like, you are not at the goal that you want because you don't have the skills to get there. That's it. You know, it's not, oh, I don't have the time. Oh, it's hard. Oh, all these feelings and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't have the skill to get there. So you're not there. The end.
So figure it out. Yeah. I was
get the
having this conversation yesterday with my daughter, who's a teenager, and lots of emotions and stuff like that. But like, I always just try to listen and pick one thing to, and mostly it's about listening and, you know, just letting her say her piece and everything. But every once in a while, there's something where it's like, oh, I could lay some wisdom down, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but it was exactly on this, the root of it was on this topic, you know? It's just, it's funny it's not funny to watch, but it's interesting to observe.
Yeah.
Like, I can see where your brain's going, and once I listen, I go, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
this is your brain trying to do everything it can to give you an out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, I want to, without getting too deep into it, it's like, let's just say, you know, oh, I want some more friends, or I want to look a certain way, or I have a desire to fit in more in this social group or something, and it's like, okay, well then, figure out what that means. And the easiest way is to look at the thing that you're trying to do and the people that are there, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And what do they do? And then do those things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it. The bottom line. Because they got the skills because they have what you want.
Yeah.
And you don't because you don't got what you want.
Yeah.
So just do the things that they do. Yeah. And that was my point to her. And then everything after that was the biggest fucking load of excuses I've ever heard in my life, you know. But it's just and it I don't know, I don't say should very often, but it's like that's just how it goes, like with kids, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are you listening to yourself? I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I would try to guide.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That another saying, and I'm probably going to butcher how it's phrased, that popped in my head when you were telling that story was, you know, you should never take advice, or you should always take advice from people who are where you want to go, not from people who haven't gotten there yet, kind of thing, right?
And yeah. And the people that are close to you that don't have what you want.
Absolutely, yeah. So
should absolutely not listen to them.
yeah. Unfortunately,
But it's the people you want to listen to the most, though.
Yeah, because you
That's
know they
the
love
hard
you,
part.
right?
Yeah,
And
you trust.
Yeah, the trust and love is there. Unfortunately, they don't know that they're having ruinous empathy, right? They're not doing you a favor by giving you advice that is not actually productive.
And why would?
Because they don't know.
In what world would they have the skills and advice to tell you?
Yeah. Even if it comes from a place of love, it doesn't come from a place of knowledge and skill set.
Right.
So,
right.
Otherwise, they would be where you want to go.
Otherwise, they would have it. Yeah. Very rare is it to say, I know everything there is to know about running a great business, making millions of dollars a year.
But I
just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I fry French fries.
Or like I just not even that. It's like I just choose to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I totally know how to do it.
Yeah,
I just choose to do other stuff until you start seeing the excuses coming out of their mouth of why
they don't do it.
Why can't I afford this? Why can't I do this? Oh, must be nice. It's like, oh, but I thought you chose this. Why are you complaining if that was your choice?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you start peeling back the layers. It's like, it just comes down to most people are full of shit. Most people say the things that they're going to say because it protects them. And there's no reason to go any deeper than that because it'll open some wounds or something or, whatever the psychologists say. All right. I'm not a psychologist, but it's like, and I know that's going to piss people off. But when you get down to it, that's just and I do it all the time too.
Yeah. Oh,
I've just gotten better at correcting myself.
Yeah. I think what the important thing is the speed in which you correct yourself, right? Because we all do it.
Sure.
We will get in that frame. Yeah. But in 30 seconds later, you're like, oh shit, I know. I do that all the time. It's the people that never say that and continue to buy into their own bullshit. Those are the people that struggle. And it's
not good or bad. It's just it's what I've observed.
Yeah.
In myself, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Growing over time. I used to just speak I didn't think I was either.
Oh, absolutely.
I always thought of myself as someone that's just like, I'm just going to handle my shit and blah, blah. And then you really start observing what you're saying and reflecting. It's like, man, I do say a lot of this stuff that's just, it gets me nowhere. And it's all this is stuff that was coming out of my daughter's mouth yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't. I shouldn't. I'm just this way. Correcting things where correcting it doesn't get you anywhere. Like in your arguments, like what do we found ourselves talking for like 5 to 10 minutes straight, and we had both forgotten what the desired outcome was that she wanted to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Oh, we gotta. How did we get here?" And we both laughed. And I said, "We got to get back to what you wanted. What did you say you wanted? Oh yeah, okay. Well then, I know how to do that. Here's the 3 things you should do every day to get there."
Yeah.
And then still, the conversation degraded again into I can't. That's not how I am. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to. I don't. I can't. I shouldn't. I blah 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 blah.
You got to remove that language.
Do you want to do the thing or not?
Yeah. Be objective.
Do you have the skill to get the thing you want, or do you not have the skill?
Yeah. And if you don't, learn the skill.
Do the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the simplest things are the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
Especially when your brain's involved in everything.
Yeah.
Right?
I think what would help a ton of people though is if they learn how to define terms, right? Because I think part of the problem with not being objective is not fully understanding the definition of what you're saying, right? Like, you should learn how to focus, right? Okay, what does focus really mean, right? It's the quantity and quality of things that you say no to. So all your energy goes into one objective, and that's it.
That's another Hormozyism, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I do like that one too. Like it's saying no to everything else, kind of.
Yeah.
You'll be extremely focused if you say no to everything.
Yeah, it's and like what's another one? Patience.
Oh yeah, figuring out what to do in the meantime.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. It's
so you're taking like a terms definition stance.
Yeah, but it eliminates the ambiguity of feelings or how you're thinking about a subject or a topic.
I'm feeling more just matter of fact today.
Yeah.
Like, what would be a desire of an engineer that's starting out? You know, fair pay or something.
Well, I think engineers want to make a lot of money and do things that are challenging, right? They
And maybe so okay, yeah, as a general outcome.
Yeah, they want to use their technical expertise to make a lot of money, and they want to solve hard problems in that process, right? I think when you boil it down, that's essentially why they became engineers. They love solving hard technical problems, and they want to use that skill set to make a lot of money, right?
So then they come into the workforce, and then a year later they're upset.
Yes, because they're not making as much money. And
they're not doing a bunch of challenging shit.
Yeah, they're not getting the challenges that they thought they were going to get. And what it boils down to, in my opinion, is that they haven't leveled up their skill set to solve hard enough problems to make enough money that they're after.
And they perhaps haven't been focusing on their skill set development because they've been worried about making more money and doing more challenging things instead of just doing the things
and becoming ridiculously good at those things.
Things and money.
Yeah. Self-fulfilling prophecies.
Right. And so you start to say things like, no one will give me an opportunity. No one sees
the hard work that I do.
Yeah. Right? Everybody else gets paid above market rate. And at this company, for some reason, in my special snowflake land that I live in, I don't get paid well enough. Right?
Yeah.
I don't get the good projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everybody and everything else besides me, is really what they're saying. I told you I was edgy today.
That's okay. That's okay.
And when you do that, you give the power away to all of those things instead of the power yourself. So you're just bleeding power and ability to gain skills to get where you want to go.
Yeah. And if you have the technical skills to solve the problems that get paid a lot of money at whatever said company you're in, maybe it's not the technical skills that you're lacking, but maybe it's the personal skills that you're lacking, right? You don't know how to self-advocate. You don't know how to communicate to executives, to communicate how you solve the problems, et cetera, right? There's going to be other skill sets that have to be layered on top of the technical. And that's the whole point why we have this podcast in the first place, is to help engineers learn those other skills, right? Because usually those engineers have a pretty good technical foundation coming out of school or the first couple of years.
A bunch of smart people, dude.
Yeah, smarter than us.
Smarter than I. Oh yeah, dude. Way smarter than me.
Yeah.
Hey, my fellow impactful engineers. If there's one thing that you could do to help out this community, it's to keep listening to the podcast, but also if you found value in it, to share it with one person, give us a 5-star review, or even leave a text review. It'll only take a few seconds of your time. Find that person that you think could enjoy some of this or learn from it, and pass on the good word. Now back to the show.
So you just have to break it down objectively. It's like, okay, do I have the technical skills? Yes. Okay. So there's obviously a skill that I'm lacking. So what is it?
Yeah.
And you know how you find that out? You ask.
Yeah.
Because
realize you don't have all the answers to.
Everyone has blind spots. They're called blind spots for a reason, because you don't know. So convert them from blind spots to areas of improvement. Get rid of all your blind spots by asking for feedback. I mean, we've covered this in another episode too, how to do that. So look that one up.
And there's people to help you everywhere. And where I'm at right now, it's you, it's the market, it's my clients.
Yeah, I was going to say your customers. Yeah.
And it's my partners.
Yep.
And I ask them all the time.
Well,
what are a couple things I can do better that I'm serving you right now? What are a couple things that you like that I do that I should definitely continue doing? How's my pricing? How did we do on that last?
How's your speed?
Break it down. Yeah. Is speed something that you value? In fact, it is.
Yeah. I was about to jump in that you actually started the business on the foundation of getting that feedback, not necessarily for yourself, but saying, okay, Mr. Client or potential client, what do you not like about electrical engineers? And what is the top thing that if you could just wave a wand and fix it?
That's the question.
Would you fix
a magic wand? Yeah, what would you do?
Would you fix? And they gave you their answer, and you're like, okay. And so that was a focus of what you worked on from the start.
I wrote my NLS execution principles based on the answers and the most common themes, and it's in my value equation.
Yes. And guess what? People like it.
People like it, and it's really working great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So like you give the people give away a lot of their power
Mm-hmm.
into this blame cycle, man. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep coming back to it. You just keep blaming. It's like just go
Yeah.
and do the thing.
So self-evaluate and figure out where you need to elevate and attack it, basically.
Yeah, and have no judgment on it.
Yeah. Just be super objective.
Yeah, just go. I don't know how else to say it. I'm just not like I haven't spent enough time
Dwelling on it.
breaking this down
Yeah.
and really curating the message, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like get out of your own head,
Yeah.
you know. Like I was talking to someone yesterday when I was out. I do a lot of networking because you have to, and I was talking to somebody, and we got on the topic of growth in the business. And this person was like a 30-year veteran or something like that, really close, 25, 30 years, something like that. Always done a good job. Oh, we were talking about word of mouth, which is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And the business had been running for decades on just word of mouth. And then we got into, and I said, that's very impressive that you can keep a business going just on word of mouth. And a lot of people do it. And I said, well, we're talking about it. So what's wrong with it? Because most people talk about things that they
Yeah.
want to bitch about something,
Mhm.
you know, including myself. Okay, the problem with that is we don't grow the way we want to grow. We don't know.
Yeah. It's not.
We just kind of go with what the word of mouth gets us. We don't know where we're going to go and how much we're going to do and what lever to pull and like how do we know what absolutely works and all this stuff. And I said, oh, okay. So what do you, we just started talking about what do you think should be done? Is there an active component to getting new customers and more work? And of course the answer was yes, but then the answer was also, we don't do any of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so why don't you do any of it? And then things start coming out. Oh, we're always behind. There's always the work.
Mhm.
It's very hard to be a seller doer. That needs to change. I don't know why we have, it wasn't a lot of complaining, but behind that, all the reasons that were given, you could tell that, just to be frank, it's just excuses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
And so I just encourage people to just stop it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What do you do? Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
I was gonna say everything's
just
a
talking.
trade, right? If you want to grow, you need to embrace the suck now to be able to grow. So you need to either invest money to hire more people. You need to spend more of your energy so to put in more hours to do the said thing to grow. Right? There's different ways to boost the top end of the equation here.
Yeah.
And you just need to make a trade, and it's you could either
Yeah.
you could either pick the hard of not growing or pick the hard to grow.
Everything's gonna
Be fucking
right?
hard. So
Yep.
what do you want your end result to be?
Right. Either give up on the idea that you want to grow, and just be happy with what you're doing,
Absolutely, yeah.
or start doing the things that beget growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's personal. That's your business. That's anything,
Yeah.
right?
And that's when you get into tactics, though.
Of course.
You got to get past the mindset thing first, though.
Mm-hmm.
You can't implement tactics if you don't believe that. If you're still giving away all of your power to implement tactics to other people and other things,
Absolutely, because
you
what
won't be able to do it.
you're trying to change your baseline behavior, right? If you don't have resilience, you're going to return down to your original baseline behavior. You're not going to have an elevated behavior. Does that make sense,
and
right?
A new baseline comes from pushing really hard,
Exactly. Consistently.
right, in the right direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've been all over.
There's a
the
lot
place.
to it. There's a lot to it, but I just got to get past that blame cycle first. And you don't even think you're blaming. You could even define. This is
You could be listening
and-
to this
and-
right now
and-
and make an
and-
excuse of why you're not that person.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say. It's like they don't know that
Insert
I'm in a company
whatever.
insert whatever excuse you have, because it is an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not a way forward, it's an excuse or a waste of time, whatever you want to call it. It's useless energy.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's just the work that needs to be done. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Hey, how about some tactics? I don't know. Like,
Well,
how about we lift some people up?
yeah. Well, I think most of our tactics have been covered in plenty of different episodes, but
well, like I just, we'll document some here for myself
Mhm.
because I just had the conversations.
Mhm.
So one of them was a recent business owner, like 2.5, 3 years or something, running a practice, and we were talking about just how hard it is, and it is hard, and sharing in stories and how tough it is, it can feel good.
Mhm.
But immediately, being myself, I I felt the conversation going towards just a pity party, and I don't like that. So I said, all right, well, what do we think the constraint is? And it was time, of course.
Mhm.
And
Usually
doing,
is.
you got to do everything in the business. You got to do the taxes, and then you got to do payroll, and then you got to do this.
I hear the same thing over
And-
and,
and
over
it's-
and over. Yeah.
and that's great. But how does talking about that get you where you want to go? It doesn't. So
Mhm.
let's talk about something else. And then it's like, and I'm not saying this stuff. I'm being very, because I can be sympathetic,
You can.
and empathetic because I know what they're going through because I'm running a business right now.
Yeah.
So just trying to get that like out of the way. So, okay. You know what? And I gave some points. I said, you know what I do to take away from the time commitment on my delivery? I have peers in the industry that like to support and make a few extra bucks on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You don't have to pay them. All this overhead shit that comes with having employees, which I will gladly pay for once I can. And I'm very close.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, call up some of your friends. You know a lot of people. You went to school with people, your first jobs. If you reach out and say, hey, I got some extra side work, you can flex your muscles on this, get some more reps, make a little extra cash. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll help you. And it was clear that like they hadn't really thought of that. Like, okay, so there's one tactic.
Mm-hmm.
Just shovel off the work to somebody that you trust and know, and
I've done that
we'll
multiple
do it fast.
times. It
Hell
works
yeah.
because people are
I
like,
know.
"Oh, I'd love a couple extra grand in my pocket,"
Yeah. So then that frees time, but then you gotta take hold of that time and do the things that will move you forward,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can build your business. Right. So that's one tactic. You could share the load.
Yeah.
Delegate. You must continue to dig the well. You must continue to reach out, find people that need your help so that you can help them. And if you're delivering projects all day, you can't do that. And one of the, the excuses that we were talking about earlier, one of them is they don't know the context. They won't write the emails like I do. If I hand that off to somebody else, my clients will figure it out. We'll send the same email to too many people. They'll think that I'm an automation.
Yeah, I was gonna
They'll
say
think
a
that I'm
robot.
using too much
Yeah.
AI. They'll think I'm all this stuff that I hear. And I'm like, valid.
So
Doesn't help you
what?
grow. Valid. Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Should we just validate ourselves into fucking nothing
Mm-hmm.
and just give up? I'm telling you, I'm on something today.
Yeah, you know what would help with that is literally just have a thing at the end that says, "This is an automated message. If you are super interested in what we have to offer, send me a response to this email, and I will call you back in person." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
You can do.
you can literally just say,
million
"This is
different things.
automated," and
You
just
can
let them know.
and it builds trust.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that you can do. Yeah, people are so scared that they'll just erode or ruin their entire reputation for the rest of their life when nobody knows who you are anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows because you're not growing. If they knew who you are,
Yeah.
you'd be growing. But back to the email thing. It's like, get someone to help you with emails and go through the muck.
Yeah.
And write templates that work for you and write systems and drafting stages and review stages and statuses of clients and what did they say before. And it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's possible.
And to translate this to people who are working within a company, you can find peers inside your organization that can help you do stuff, right? Because everyone has swings of workload up and down. There's always going to be someone in the office that has bandwidth, and you can be like, "Hey, I need some help on this project. Can I get your support for the next week or two?" And they will likely they would likely rather work than sit on their thumbs and go, "Yay, I'm just hanging out." You know what I mean? And so, just because Jake is talking about more of like a entrepreneurial business types perspective, you can use all of these tactics and strategies as an individual contributor even. So just think how to apply it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it just comes down to fear too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm learning. You could base everything down to like fear of judgment. Just like my conversation yesterday with my daughter. It's like, we got down to the root of it. And it's like, yeah, because I care about what that other person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if I try, you know, it's like, just don't care. Like, you got to figure out what that means for you.
Which is incredibly hard to come to that realization as a teenage, or I was going to say teenage girl, but I was like, well, even a teenage boy too, you know, like, caring about what other people think. Cause I know we did when we were kids, you know?
Right. Right. A lot of that's gone, but it's still, some of it's still there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you just got to have your isms to get yourself through it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And mine are pretty extreme, but it's like, you know, you can adopt them however you want. Is what I'm saying going to help me with my goals or not?
Yeah.
And you have to be really truthful to yourself, you know, because that's a yes or no answer to start.
Yeah. And if you're having a hard time detaching the feelings, you know, maybe frame it as like a situation someone else is in, right? And like, okay, if I see someone else in this situation, how would I give them advice?
What would I say to them?
Yes. You know,
because it would probably something like
a little different.
You got to get over yourself and just like do the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you got to, this is what I would do. I would take all this action, and then you walk away feeling pretty good.
Yeah. But
then you never do it yourself.
But the thing is figure out what you would say to that person, and then really look at the words that you're using. And if there's anything that is, vague, doesn't have a lot of definition, define that term, right? Like, you know, you should really be more confident. Okay, what does confident actually mean, right? Like, break it down. And I think that will even help you be even more objective and just take out all the subjectivity out of it, all the emotion, and just be like, what are the exact things that I need to do to improve the situation?
All right.
That's it. I think that about sums it up. So, I'll just close this out here. If you feel that you learned something, and I think I learned something today, so I know you did too, leave us a review. 5 stars, commented review is even better, because that's how people will understand the value that we're bringing in each one of these episodes. And it's the best way that we can grow the greater engineering community.